Today on August 20th, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. You are going to hear some good news, all because of your last, open it quickly. God says the hour has found you, and it is not empty. God says the knocking you kept hearing in your spirit is not a mistake. God says, open this and breathe, because the good news you are about to hear is the harvest of your last faithful step. The air is different around you right now. A soft, invisible current is flowing to your name, and it isn't random. Something you did, quietly, sincerely, with no audience, sent a signal through heaven, and the answer is arriving. You felt the shift last night, even if you tried to brush it off. The path that once resisted you is easing, like a door that finally recognizes the right key. That key is in your hand today, and the lock is already turning. You planted a decision when no one was looking. You chose integrity when compromise promised speed. That last choice, your last act of honesty, your last prayer, your last act of letting go, has triggered a chain of approvals with your name on it. You will notice how time behaves differently today. Someone who never replies will respond. A message you forgot you were waiting for will ring like a bell at the exact right second. There is a thread that runs through your life, and you have been walking it even when you thought you were wandering. Every delay has been secretly lining up a perfect sequence, and the next tile is about to flip. It will flip toward you, not away from you. You did not miss your moment, you matured into it. You did not lose your chance, you became the person who can carry it. This is why the good news belongs to you and not to the version of you from last year. Today, August 20th, is not a coincidence on the calendar. It is a marker, a bright stitch, a day that will be easy to remember later when people ask what changed. You will say, it began with a whisper that felt like certainty, and this is that whisper stepping into a voice. You were tested by small things, by minor provocations and hidden trials. Passing them never got applause, but it earned authority. Authority is the quiet power that makes doors open in your direction without a fight. God says you have graduated from the classroom no one saw. God says your private obedience has public consequences in your favor. God says the reward will look like many things but feel like peace. Expect alignment. Expect the right names to show up at the right times. Expect patience to pay interest back to you in outcomes that arrive quickly. There is a letter in motion. There is a conversation about you that is leaning toward yes. There is a door you could not open before that is now propped by an unseen hand. You do not need to chase what is already walking toward you. You only need to be present enough to receive it. Let your shoulders drop, the strain is ending. What you did last, your final act before you felt tired, was seen. It recalibrated your path 3 degrees, which does not feel like much, until you realize 3 degrees over a distance changes destinies. That is what is happening, a gentle realignment that becomes a radical arrival. You are not late. You are right on the clock heaven uses, which ignores panic and rewards trust. This is why the good news is not fragile, it's secure. A phone will light up with your answer. An email will surface from a folder you stopped checking. A human being will say words you once rehearsed hearing, and they will feel like water after a long walk. Today, you will smell fresh paint on the future. Old corridors in your mind will be repainted with possibility. Rooms you closed will open to light, and you will remember why you dreamed in the first place. There is an agreement coming that does not steal your voice. There is an opportunity that does not cost your soul. There is favor that does not require you to pretend to be anyone else. You are not at the mercy of rumors or delays anymore. The same hand that steadied you in the waiting is pushing you forward now. Acceleration without anxiety, that is the gift. God says, keep your words clean and your focus simple. God says, answer when it rings. God says, do not argue with the blessing by calling it too much or too soon. When you walk out today, the wind will act like it knows your name. Small signs will collect at your feet, the right parking space, the shortened line, the chance meeting. You will smile because it will feel like a rehearsal for something larger, and it is. There is a blessing that was stored for the exact maturity you carry this morning. It could not be released to the impatient version of you. It chooses you now because you can hold it without breaking. The person who underestimated you will have to recalibrate. The system that ignored you will have to update its files. The closed circle will find it needs your clarity more than you need its permission. Do not worry about the how of it. The mechanism is bigger than your view, but it is not beyond your reach. Your reach is already extending. This is why things feel a step closer without you moving. Your last apology was accepted in places you didn't expect. Your last boundary protected you in ways you haven't seen yet. Your last no made room for this better yes. This is a kindness day. Kindness will recognize kindness and return it with interest. You will not have to force what comes. It will feel like a conversation between old friends. Listen for the soft cue to move. When it comes, it will be calm but decisive. You will know because peace will go first and you will follow it like a road. Your name is being spoken correctly in rooms that once twisted it. Your record is being corrected. Your contribution is being remembered by the right minds at the right moment. There is money that will flow without the usual struggle. There is a door that will open without the usual paperwork. There is a person who will show up without the usual delay. You will not be punished for choosing integrity. You will be paid by it. This is the economy you are entering. Sow truth, reap trust, and trust releases treasure. An older fear may try to interrupt your joy. It will feel familiar, but it has no authority anymore. Acknowledge it, then let it pass, like a cloud that forgot how to rain. Your home will feel lighter this evening. Even the quiet will sound different. It will sound like expectancy instead of dread. Today, August 20th, is a hinge. On one side is survival, on the other side is song. Turn the hinge gently and step through. Archangel Michael has walked the perimeter of your path. He has marked the corners with calm and made the edges safe. He stands at the threshold, not to block you, but to secure your entrance. When the announcement arrives, breathe before you answer. Let your reply be simple and strong. The right door responds to clear footsteps. You have permission to enjoy this. You are not stealing anything by receiving what belongs to you. There is more where this came from, but today has its own sweetness. Let it land. You will hear your own name differently. It will sound unburdened. It will sound like it belongs to someone free. The work of the waiting is finished. The reward of the waiting begins. This is why the day feels both quiet and bright at once. People who truly care about you will celebrate without trying to take credit. People who do not will reveal themselves by their silence or discouragement. Take note and move with wisdom. Do something small to signal agreement. Tidy the space where the news will live. Clear a table, open a folder, free an hour. When preparation meets timing, friction disappears. A place you feared going will feel safe today. A voice you feared hearing will sound human again. The future will feel like a path, not a cliff. There is no need to broadcast anything early. Let the good news enter fully, then share it as you are led. Secrets kept for the right reason become strength, not isolation. If a memory tries to convince you that you are still the same, smile at it. You are not the same, you are the fulfilled version of what that memory hoped for. You are the keeper of a promise that has ripened. Expect gratitude to show up without effort. It will sit beside you as you read this and wrap your day gently. Gratitude attracts continuation, it invites the next right thing. You are crossing the invisible line between almost and actually. Between waiting room and welcome home. between hope deferred and hope delivered. This will not be a one-time spark. It will be a steady flame, a series of confirmations that arrive like footsteps. Each step will feel natural and necessary. Your strength will return in waves. Not frantic energy, but clear capacity. Enough to carry what is coming without dropping yourself. The voice that used to rush you is losing access. You will move in rhythm instead of reaction. This rhythm will keep you well. Set your intention to answer with dignity. Set your attention on what is true. Set your pace by peace. You are not behind, you are blessed. You are not invisible, you are being revealed without spectacle. You are not unlucky, you are aligned. When you rest tonight, the day will hum beside you like a soft engine. You will feel supported, not stretched. You will know something has shifted in your favor and it will not unshift. Take inventory of the small victories as they arrive. They are not small at all, they are the proof of a larger architecture holding you up. The architecture is mercy, and it is weight-bearing. Sign what needs signing. Release what needs releasing. Keep what keeps you light and loyal to your purpose. You will recognize the sound of your own confidence returning. It will not be loud. It will be sure. God says, I am not late, I am exact. God says, I am not teasing you, I am teaching you how to receive. God says, what knocks today is the promise you thought took the long way home, and it did, so it could arrive mature. You will look back at this day and see it as a doorway that taught you grace. You will remember the color of the light in the room when the message landed. You will remember how your breath felt when you let the relief in. Let this be gentle. Let it be precise. Let it be yours. The final worry will untie itself without your hands. The last misunderstanding will clear in a sentence. The next step will meet you where you stand. Carry this word like a passport. Wherever you go today, it will stamp your passage with favor. Gates will treat you like a citizen of promise. This is the landscape of answered prayers, quiet confidence, timely help, clean outcomes. This is the scent of new chapters, paper, ink, and an unhurried yes. This is the fruit of your last faithful act. Good news with your fingerprints already on it. Stand at the open door and notice how the light doesn't blink. It waits for you with patience and certainty. Step through, and let the room introduce itself. This is not the end of the story, it is the end of the struggle to start. From here, you move with clarity. From here, the right things hear you coming and prepare to welcome you. Your name is safe with your future. Your heart is safe with this next yes. Your hands are ready. God says the seal is broken and the path is clear. God says the good news is scheduled and on time. God says, receive it, today, August 20th, because you made the last right turn when it mattered most. You will sleep well tonight. You will wake lighter tomorrow. You will live in the proof of this day. And when the message arrives, because it will, answer simply. Smile without apologizing for your smile. Let your life expand at a pace that feels like truth. This is your confirmation. This is your calm. This is your door. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. God says the horizon has moved closer to you. God says what once felt far away is now at arm's length. God says your readiness has shortened the distance. You will notice how your voice sounds steadier today. Even when you whisper, it carries farther. Influence is not a shout, it is a tone that makes doors choose you. Your calendar will make sense in a new way. Appointments will fold into place like birds finding formation. What once felt disjointed will suddenly reveal design. You gave up something small that meant something big. That surrender became the lever that moved the next wall. Now the room expands because you trusted the instruction. Do not apologize for the new ease. You have already carried the weight that taught you wisdom. Ease is not laziness, it is the reward of alignment. Someone who dismissed your idea will ask to revisit it. You will see humility arrive where pride used to sit. Welcome it, but keep your terms clear. A signature will not be needed where you expected paperwork. A nod will be enough, because the path has already been authorized. This is what favor looks like when it's mature. You will be tempted to explain your becoming. Resist that extra labor. Let results do the talking while you do the walking. God says, be thorough without being heavy. God says, keep your yes clean and your no kind. God says, move at the speed of peace, not panic. Grace is going to be visible on you. Even strangers will soften in your presence without knowing why. They're responding to the clarity you've earned. This chapter will not require you to fight every battle. Choose only the ones that protect purpose, not pride. Victory without purpose is noise. Victory with purpose is direction. You are not obligated to sit in old rooms where your name is mispronounced. Take your chair where your gift is understood. Respect will feel like oxygen after a long climb. The message that's on its way to you will include a phrase you once dreamt about. When you read it, you'll feel your shoulders relax on their own. Relief is a quiet kind of thunder. A friend will remember a promise and keep it without being reminded. You will feel seen in a way that mends old thin places. Let that kindness land fully, it is part of the healing. Your creativity is about to bloom on a schedule you can trust. Inspiration will stop arriving like storms and start arriving like seasons. Sustainable flow is the new normal. The door that opens will not hinge on flattery. It will swing because your preparation meets their need. Mutual value is the signature of this opportunity. A threshold you feared crossing will welcome you like a familiar porch. There will be a scent in the air, fresh paper, new wood, clean beginnings. Memory will anchor the moment so you can return to it when you need courage. You will witness the return of something you thought was lost. It won't arrive in the old shape, but it will carry the same promise. Recognize the essence, not the packaging. Expect a correction to favor you. Where numbers were against you, an error will be acknowledged and reversed. Justice will wear the face of ordinary people doing the right thing. Archangel Michael stands near the agreement table. He is not there to intimidate, but to protect clarity. Confusion will try to attend, it will not be allowed to stay. There is a skill you learned in obscurity that will now be obvious to others. It will feel simple to you and brilliant to them. Do not diminish it, name it and let it serve. God says some bridges needed to burn so you would build gates. God says gates come with keys, and keys come with responsibility. God says you are trusted with the curing because you learned when to lock and when to open. Your health will mirror your decisions. As you stop saying yes to what drains you, your body will answer with energy. Peace shows up in pulse and breath before it shows up in schedules. The good news will not fix everything, and it does not need to. It will fix what unlocks the rest. One hinge can move an entire door. Conversations will become shorter and more honest. You will not circle the same mountain with anyone. Straight lines will replace loops. An mentor-shaped person will appear without fanfare. They will ask the one question that brings your next step into focus. You will feel relieved, not exposed. The pace at which you forgive yourself will become the pace at which you build. Shame will have fewer places to sit. Compassion will take those chairs and invite you forward. You will read an old journal entry and realize you have become its answer. Past you will feel proud of present you. Honor that continuity, it is a holy thread. Resource will arrive as relationship, not just transaction. Numbers will follow names. This is why integrity matters. it keeps the math honest. You will dream with details. License plates, dates, colors, the kind of specifics that feel like coordinates. Write them down, they will help you recognize the door when you see it. God says, set aside a quiet place for the answer to sit when it arrives. God says, blessing prefers clean counters and uncluttered minds. God says, make space and watch timing cooperate. Do not be surprised when you become the calm in someone else's storm. You learned how to anchor in silence. Now your presence will be an invitation to steadiness. There will be a moment where you want to rush the celebration. Pause. Let gratitude be slow and thorough. It will widen the channel for more. You will not need to revisit every old wound to move forward. Some closures will happen in a sentence. Some knots will fall apart the moment you stop pulling. The room will know when you enter, not because you raise your voice, but because you carry purpose. Purpose has a sound like a well-tuned instrument. It changes how people listen. Someone will try to attach urgency that doesn't belong to you. Return it without apology. Your calendar is a covenant, not a suggestion box. There is an introduction on the way that will skip the small talk. It will feel like you're picking up a conversation midstream. That's because purpose recognizes its own. A threshold fear will knock once and leave. It used to stay for weeks, now it barely finds a seat. You are not the same person it haunted. Take photographs of the ordinary this week. They will become proof of how peace looks on you. Later, you will see the glow you couldn't see in the moment. Your name will appear on a list you did not know existed. This will not be a surprise to the one who placed it there. It will simply be the public echo of a private yes. You will stumble into a conversation that answers a prayer you forgot to repeat. Serendipity is just choreography you didn't see. Smile and step in time. Money will choose flow over friction. A late payment will arrive precisely when it matters most. You will feel carried, not spared. A room you thought you wanted will reveal its price. You will decide you are too expensive to spend there. Self-respect is how you keep your future solvent. Archangel Michael stations peace at your threshold. Where anxiety used to breach, calm will stand guard. Sleep will become strategy, not surrender. Your next yes will not require you to shrink. It will require you to stand up straight. Posture is part of the promise. A rumor will die for lack of oxygen. You won't have to address it because truth will arrive faster. Time is finally on your side. You will revisit a place that once made you small. This time, you will not contort. You will take up the space that honesty affords you. An idea you considered too simple will prove to be the exact solution. Simplicity is not immaturity, it is mastery without noise. Let it lead. God says, keep a pen with you. God says, the day will want to sign something in your favor. God says, be ready to make it official. Your kindness will return as clarity. People who received your patience will offer their expertise unprompted. It will feel like finding tools you forgot you owned. A journey you expected to take months will compress. Permits, approvals, schedules, they will align in days. Do not waste the acceleration by hesitating. You will receive a message at an odd time. Its timing will be the proof it was guided, not random. Answer, and let the thread unspool toward your good. A small celebration will break out around your name. Not a parade, more like a warm kitchen with lights on late. Belonging will taste like fresh bread and laughter. There will be a quiet moment in the afternoon when you realize the tension is gone. It used to live at the base of your neck. It will release like a knot, remembering it is not a stone. People will ask how you did it. You will answer with 3 words: patience, truth, timing. They will nod because somewhere inside they know it's the only way that lasts. Your phone will hold proof of answered prayer. Screenshot it for days that ask you to doubt. Let evidence serve faith, not replace it. You will notice how often you smile without deciding to. Joy will become reflex. It's what happens when heaviness stops renting space. An old plan will be replaced by a better blueprint. The new version uses fewer pieces and wastes less time. Efficiency is a love language to your future. You will be offered a shortcut that costs too much. You will decline and still arrive sooner. Integrity is the fastest route because it removes detours of regret. Archangel Michael folds the map and points to the turn already under your feet. You were closer than you thought the whole time. Closeness is the surprise inside this day. Do not measure everything by applause. Measure by alignment and sleep. If you can rest deeply and wake peaceful, you are winning in the right direction. A door that once needed a code will open at your touch. Access has shifted from password to presence. You belong where you're going. Your rhythm will teach others how to treat your time. They will adjust or drift. Either way, you will keep tempo with peace. You will throw away an old list of defenses. You don't need all that armor anymore. Courage fits better than fear ever did. God says your harvest will not arrive all at once because I prefer you not to choke on blessing. God says I will feed you with courses you can savor and steward. God says satisfaction, not shock, is the goal. Someone will say your name in a room that tilts the future. They will say it correctly, with respect and context. A door will answer to that tone. The gratitude you feel will make you generous again. Generosity will keep the river moving. A river that moves stays clear. You will receive an unexpected yes followed by an even better question. What else do you need? Answer honestly. You are allowed to ask for what helps you shine. Support is part of the assignment. In the evening, you will find yourself humming. The melody will sound like relief. Even the walls will seem to hum back. A release will arrive, you won't have to chase it. What was held will be handed. What was delayed will be delivered. You will walk through the door and feel the room fit you. Not because you contorted, but because you became. Becoming is the miracle people overlook. When the good news lands, let it write the next sentence with you. Do not outsource authorship of your life. Hold the pen and stay courageous. The person you are now is the person the future requested. That's why the timing feels perfect. Requests this precise are never accidents. A small light will stay on inside you when you sleep. It will keep watch over your rest like a faithful friend. You will wake with a plan and peace to execute it. You will bless the version of you that waited. Without that patience, today wouldn't make sense. Honor the wait by enjoying the win. And if doubt tries one last time to ask for proof, smile. Point to the day, the message, the peace. Say, this is enough for me to keep going. The road ahead is honest and bright. Your feet are ready. Your name is welcome. Walk forward. Carry the calm. Let the good news do what good news does, open, soften, and establish. You are learning the shape of favor by how it makes you stand taller without strain. It is not noise, it is clarity. It is not pressure, it is permission. Your preparation was not a waste of time, it was the blueprint heaven chose to fund. You will see this in the way small plans suddenly qualify for larger rooms. The blueprint is the yes you designed with patience. Conversations that once circled will land. Ideas that once floated will sit down and ask for a pen. People who once delayed will now check their calendars and find space. Let this be your language today, simple, sure, and kind. Complexity is a symptom of fear hiding in the joints of your decisions. You are not afraid anymore, that is why the hinges no longer squeak. The last time you surrendered the outcome surrendered its resistance. That is the law working in your favor now. Release keeps the pathway clear of debris. You will notice how the right rooms keep temperature for you. They do not feel cold or crowded, they feel ready. Ready rooms prove that your arrival is on schedule. Someone will mention your name and it will feel like a doorbell. You will not need to rush, the timing is already influenced by grace. Grace is the friend who saves you a seat and smiles when you walk in. Your memory is healing in places that used to make your stomach tighten. This is why good news can settle without bouncing. The inside of you is no longer a storm. There is a note on your life that says, "Handle with care." Heaven respects that note and moves accordingly. This is why today feels deliberate rather than dramatic. Stay reachable but not rushed. Your yes is valuable because you learned where to spend it. You will spend it well today and it will spend back on you. The face you see in the mirror has quietly changed. Resilience softened into peace, and peace looks good on you. People will comment without knowing why. You will not be forced to compete for what was carved with your measurements. Competition is loud when identity is quiet. Your identity is not quiet anymore. It speaks with the confidence of someone who knows where they belong. If a detour appears, it will be a scenic one, not a punishment. You will glimpse details you would have missed at full speed. Even your delays will be productive. There is a contract that will read like respect. There is a message that will sound like relief. There is a handshake that will feel like home. Your prayer life taught your calendar how to behave. This is why clashes are dissolving and overlaps are smoothing out. Time is cooperating with your assignment. You did not climb a ladder. You planted a staircase. That is why you feel rooted even as you rise. Planted things can ascend without wobbling. Let joy be practical today. Let it organize your desk, answer your calls, and fold your clothes. Joy is a worker when it is trusted. A door you thought was closed is actually magnetized toward you. You will feel the pull in conversations that turn without effort. That magnet is called alignment. Your discernment has been upgraded quietly. You will catch counterfeits by the way peace leaves the room. When peace exits, you do not enter. Remember how far you have come without an audience. That private distance is credit in your account. Today you spend a little of it and watch it multiply. You are not behind on anything that matters. Your timeline is not measured by other people's milestones. The measure is movement, and you are moving beautifully. The door that opens today will not demand that you shrink. It will ask you to bring your whole voice and your quiet confidence. Bring both, they are partners in this. You will feel a soft surge around midday. It is the moment the answer leaves another person's hands and looks for yours. Hold out your hands and be found. You have learned the art of gentle boundaries. You can say, "Not now," without apology, and "yes," without fear. This is adult favor. It respects your capacity. The anxiety that once braided itself into your thoughts is unraveling. It falls quietly, thread by thread. You do not need to gather it, let it go. You will walk into a space and realize the atmosphere got there before you. It will recognize you with ease. That is the mark of a prepared place. There is a person who thought they held a gate you needed. Today they will realize the gate belongs to a path you no longer want. You will smile and keep walking toward the one made for you. Do not confuse calm with emptiness. Calm is the fullness that does not spill. It is the confidence that does not shout. Your gratitude is a key that opens secondary doors automatically. Secondary doors lead to provisions you didn't know you'd need. Heaven loves to arrange these surprises in sets. Let your expectations be generous without being naive. Generosity expects a good outcome. Wisdom reads the fine print. You carry both, and they work well together. There is a healed conversation waiting for you. It will come without accusation, only clarity. You will leave it lighter. Notice how your breath keeps pace with your choices. You are no longer gasping for room to be yourself. Your lungs know you are safe. When you speak about your future, use present tense care. Say it like you live there already. Faith sounds like fluency. A symbolic sign will find you, perhaps a feather, a certain number, a lyric on a passing car. Do not worship the sign, honor the sender. Smile and keep moving. You have learned that doors are not scarce. Scarcity made you knock with panic. Abundance makes you approach with poise. Poise gets better results. Let your calendar hold a little white space. Empty blocks are rooms where miracles prefer to meet you. Leave the light on for them. You may feel a tug to forgive someone one more layer deep. Forgiveness is not agreement, it is release. Release clears the corridor for delivery. A simple meal will taste like celebration. You will not need a crowd or a stage. Contentment will sit across from you and nod. Someone will finally understand your why. They will say the words you've been waiting to hear, "I see it now." You will not gloat, you will be gracious. You will remember a promise you made to yourself when you were tired. Keep it today. It will anchor the gift that arrives. There is a sacred ordinary to this day. The way you tie your shoes, the way you shut the door, the way you greet the morning, everything will carry a hush of meaning. This is how heaven hides its fireworks in slow motion. If a small fear visits, treat it like a tourist. Offer it no map and no bed. It will leave when it realizes it cannot stay. You are stepping into rooms that require no performance. Your authenticity is the ticket. Your peace is the coat you hang when you arrive. The good news will not ask you to compromise your center. It will orbit the life you are building, not the other way around. This is architecture, not accident. You will notice increased clarity around money. Value will match effort, and effort will match purpose. Confusion about provision is ending. Be willing to receive help without narrating why you deserve it. Help is not a verdict, it is a gift. A gift honors both giver and receiver. The evening will bring a gentle review. Moments will return like pages flipping themselves. You will see the fingerprints of favor on each one. If tears visit, they will be clean ones. They will rinse the last of the dust from your journey. Let them pass. They are not a setback, they are a seal. You are free to celebrate quietly. You are free to celebrate loudly. Both can be holy if they are honest. There is a sentence you will write or speak today that unlocks the next file. It will not be complicated. It will sound like you telling the truth kindly. A mentor may appear in the shape of a peer. Listen for wisdom that arrives dressed like friendship. Receive it and reciprocate with honor. Your environment is catching up to your identity. That is why you feel the urge to reorganize and refresh. Follow it. Order creates space for arrival. If a memory of failure tries to make a speech, thank it for the lesson and escort it out. There is no podium for shame in your life anymore. Your stage is for courage and clarity. You will notice how often the word already fits today. Already approved. Already arranged. Already aligned. There is a delivery with your name on it. Perhaps news, perhaps opportunity. It will recognize you by the way you answer the door with peace. Keep peace close. It is your ID badge. Relationships that matter will deepen without drama. Shared purpose will feel like shared oxygen. Breathe together and build well. You are not waiting for permission to be who you became in the waiting. You are presenting the finished proof of growth. It will be received. A fragment of an old dream will return with upgrades. What once felt too heavy will sit easily in your hands. That is the difference maturity makes. Your kindness to yourself is becoming consistent. Consistency is a quiet miracle maker. It repeats love until life responds. Do not fear the attention that comes with answered prayers. Attention can be stewarded. Let integrity be your usher and humility your seat. There is a future detail visiting the present to make room. It may look like a random introduction or a small task. Treat it like the first brick of a new wing. If a choice requires you to fracture your peace, it is not your choice. Peace is your compass. Where it refuses to go, you do not travel. You will be glad you honored this. You will catch yourself smiling at nothing. It is not nothing. It is everything recognizing you. Let your words today be clear like water and warm like light. Clarity nourishes, and warmth invites. Together they build trust. You are learning the holy rhythm of open, receive, steward, rest. This rhythm will carry you without burnout. It will make your life sustainable. Your story is turning a page without tearing the last one. You can love where you came from and still move on. This is how legacies are written. If you need to say, thank you, say it now. Gratitude closes circles and opens new ones. It is the punctuation mark heaven reads as readiness. You do not owe your past a performance. You owe your future your presence. Be here, fully, with both hands open. Watch for the moment when silence feels like music. That is when the answer sits down beside you. Do not rush to speak, let the melody finish. You will sleep tonight with a calm that does not ask for proof. It will be the kind of calm that trusts the morning to continue the blessing. And the morning will. You are entering a season where favor looks ordinary from the outside. Let people guess. You do not need to explain alignment to everyone. Your life will explain it by the fruit. This continuation is a bridge laid between where you were and where the good news will meet you. Walk it with your head up and your heart steady. Everything necessary is moving toward you on time. And when you feel that gentle confirmation, like a door opening 2 rooms ahead, keep your pace. You are not chasing, you are arriving. Let the day finish its work of kindness around you. God says the door that fits your courage is unlocking as you breathe. God says your feet already know the path the mind is learning to trust. God says the ground has instructions to rise when you arrive. Your voice carries a new authority that does not require volume. It is the sound of someone who waited well. It moves events the way the moon moves tides. The next room will answer to simplicity and truth. Bring both like tools you keep sharpened. They will cut through knots that used to slow you. A letter of favor is folding itself around your name. Its paper is timing and its ink is grace. You will read it in actions before you read it in words. You are stepping away from the habit of bracing for impact. You are learning to brace for blessing instead. That posture changes how doors swing. God says the quiet you kept became a vault. God says the treasure it guarded is ready for daylight. God says daylight will not damage it anymore. Expect a clean intersection of people and purpose. The right faces will arrive without performance. They will recognize your lane and keep pace. You will find courage printed into ordinary hours. It will help you make phone calls and write lines and take steps. Heroism will look like consistency done with care. Archangel Michael surrounds your timeline with calm. He seals the moments where fear once slipped in. He stations clarity where confusion used to crouch. There is relief moving through your schedule like fresh air. Tasks will gather themselves into groups that make sense. Work will feel like partnership, not punishment. A door you could never push is opening because you stopped pushing. Yielding made room for the right hinge. Now the hinge honors you. You will remember a promise you made during a harder winter. Today is a soft spring answering that vow. Keep it with a smile and move forward. Approval is coming from places that do not flatter easily. It will be measured and sincere and useful. It will move levers you cannot reach alone. God says your name has been pronounced with honor. God says the echo will find you even if you change rooms. God says nothing good attached to you is being lost. Your patience has taught your vision to see farther. You can plan without panic now. The horizon is no longer a rumor, it is a meeting time. A past version of you would have rushed this moment. The present version knows how to stand still while doors travel. Let them travel the last inches to you. The small blessing on your breakfast table is a map. It points to a larger table set in your near days. Gratitude reads maps better than hunger ever did. Your boundaries have become quiet guardrails. They do not block joy, they protect it. This is why peace keeps arriving on time. An introduction is walking toward you with both hands open. It brings a bridge you did not know you needed. Cross it when it arrives and wave goodbye to the gap it closes. The skill you practiced in obscurity will be needed publicly. It will feel like breathing while others gasp. Teach gently and lead by example. Archangel Michael has turned down the volume on noise around your name. He lets truth ring at a tone that carries naturally. You will feel heard without repeating yourself. You will notice how the day keeps remembering to be kind. Green lights will agree with your timing. Lines will shorten when you arrive. A solution you wrote on a napkin will become a plan with signatures. The napkin was proof you believed before papers were printed. Belief made the printers run. God says the thing you released is returning with respect. God says it comes back bearing fruit, not demands. God says you may receive it without fear. The right room will have the right temperature and the right table. You will sit without shrinking. Your ideas will sit beside you like trusted friends. Your body will recognize safer rhythms. You will move from crash and sprint to steady and strong. Longevity will become the quiet gift of your choices. An older worry will try to speak in a younger voice. You will recognize the disguise and smile. Recognition is a dismissal that requires no argument. Unexpected resources will arrive as relationships. People will offer expertise that unknots the hard parts. You will feel carried by community, not indebted to it. You will pick up an old notebook and find a sentence that sparkles. It is a key you left for yourself. Use it to open a new cabinet of ideas. The day is walking with you like a partner, not a boss. It respects your pace and honors your limits. That respect multiplies results. God says harvest and humility can share the same table. God says abundance and order can live in the same room. God says you will manage both with grace. A shift in language will unlock a conversation. You will describe the same dream with clearer words. Clarity is the invitation contracts understand. An email will land with the tone of relief. You will read it and feel the last knot loosen. Keep a copy for days that need proof. Your future is sending supplies back into your present. They arrive as courage, perspective, and favor. Pack them into today and build. You will be offered a path that mirrors your values. Alignment will feel like a warm wind pushing at your back. Say yes where your peace says yes. Archangel Michael adjusts the lighting over your decisions. Shadows that once hid details are moving aside. You will make choices with clean vision. There is a name you need to remember. It will appear twice in one day and then arrive kindly. That name carries help without strings. The room you enter will recognize your preparation. You will not have to state your worth. Your work will make the introduction. God says joy belongs in your deadlines. God says laughter belongs in your living. God says rest belongs in your rhythm. A friend's small message will arrive like a key in a simple envelope. It will open a door you thought required a heavier tool. Smile at the ease and walk through. You will be called wise, not just talented. Wisdom is what keeps the blessing from spilling. Wear it like a quiet crown. A plan you thought would take a season will take a month. Momentum is serving you because you served patience. Let the current carry you with steadiness. You will find beauty in the logistics. Even spreadsheets and timelines will feel like art. Order will become a language you enjoy speaking. Your home will cooperate with your peace. Drawers will close smoothly and rooms will breathe. It will feel like the house itself is relieved. God says the next announcement is not fragile. God says it can withstand celebration. God says enjoy it without fear of loss. A door that opens for you will open for someone you love. Blessing will spill over without making a mess. You will be glad you have room to share. You are no longer the person who negotiates with scarcity. You partner with sufficiency and steward surplus with care. This is why provision trusts you. A mentor will nod at your progress and step back a pace. They are making room for your stride. You will feel honored and responsible in the right measure. The world around you is learning your cadence. Opportunities will match that rhythm. Rushing invitations will fall away on their own. You will repair a small thing and feel a large relief. Tiny order produces big calm. Calm multiplies clarity. Archangel Michael lays a hand on your shoulder when you sign the next yes. It is a sign of protection, not pressure. Strength will move down your arm and steady your pen. You will turn off a light earlier and sleep deeper. Morning will greet you like a friend. The day will keep its promise again. God says you are permitted to outgrow what used to fit. God says the new size is not arrogance, it is accuracy. God says accuracy honors the assignment. A threshold you cross will feel like stepping into your own shoes. There will be relief in the fit. You will remember why you waited. The message of good news will echo for weeks without fading. It will shape decisions and invite more yes. Echoes are how blessings teach rhythm. You will bless the path behind you and bless the path ahead. You will stand in the middle with gratitude that breathes. That breath will keep refilling your courage. Your hands will learn to hold more without gripping. Open hands signal trust. Trust signals heaven. God says I am not finished turning this day toward your good. God says I am still guiding the details others call luck. God says all of it is aim, not accident. A final confirmation will arrive at an ordinary hour. It will be clear and calm and complete. Let it land and close the loop with peace.